Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included, the Crunchy Citadel. This is Season 2 of our Oxygen Not Included series if you're new here, and I've been looking forward to this episode because we're going to be playing with a little bit of hydrogen here with the Anti Entropy Thermo Nullifier and the hydrogen vent, which is just so over here, and I've been looking forward to it, especially since one of the comments from Papa Lucky 2. So thank you for your comment. Very, very good point. We can actually store some hydrogen in a gas reservoir near here. And what I think I'll do is, if we talk temperature, we may actually put one over here as well and have them have one here, and have them actually cycle into each other so that we're constantly exchanging temperature and trying to reach equilibrium between the two. But I'm not sure we're at least going to have one. But I want to make sure, before we begin, that hydrogen doesn't freeze easily. So, yeah, there you go. Temperature, it'll turn into liquid once it reaches 252. So, negative 252. So, I don't really see that being an issue. So, we should be okay. Just checking these as well. Plug slugs, just making sure we're good in all of that. All right, perfect. Well, so let's get them going on this. And I'm going to put, I don't think they were up to anything super duper urgent. See a lot of 9s in the pace, but we're going to get them to do these. We'll put these on a 9, leave it permanently on a 9 because I want that done, and I want this on a 9 because I want them to begin the process. So there is going to be a little bit of digging, there's going to be a little bit of deconstruction, they're going to be cold, there's going to be hypothermia, and most importantly, it's going to be great. So we're trying this out today because I want to figure out what we can do with this hydrogen vent and the thermo nullifier. Now, we also, I saw, right after I finished recording, that I actually found the teleporter, transmitter, and receivers. So we may be exploring that over the next few days, too, as we try and figure out where things are. Because if I open up the space map, which is Z here, there are a couple things around. Oh, we're on Cultivista. Wow. How dare. We also want to dig up, and part of digging up is making it through this saltwater-esque biome, and to be honest, it doesn't really appear to be too hot, so I could probably do that and make my way up there soon. But I'm seeing, we've got to get more stuff done. So aluminum here, do I have enough aluminum to be able to do this? Do I have enough coal still? We do. Okay. So it seems like we're doing all right. As well, part of me is considering running additional hydrogen, should it be a reasonable temperature, down and over into here, specifically probably up on that and into there. That is something that is on my mind should this work. I'm also thinking of using hydrogen to cool this space, as dreckos are a little bit warm sometimes. So we're just going to be keeping an eye on all that stuff as we move along here, but most importantly, getting to this vent here. So I'd imagine if I put this on a 9, they're going to zoom through quite quickly. Yeah, there they go. They're beginning the operation. Right, so we'll leave them to that for a second while I just inspect a couple other things here. We do have a sweepy. He's just a little silly friend there. And then just this as well. Aluminum. Yeah. We need some more aluminum because we want more of that conductive wiring put in. Let me put that on an 8 so they do that too. So I think we all knew that this was a possibility, was getting poop water in here. And I'm a little concerned, actually. I was hoping to kind of stop them before they did it, but, they're faster than I am. So I need to get a deodorizer set up. Probably right here would be the best thing to do, and actually that would be more of an urgent task for them to get done, which makes this an urgent task for them to get done as well. So let's see if they can speed run it. And then same with Maybe I need to put one here, for instance. Let's just put that on a 9, actually, because I'm going to do it urgently, and more conductive wiring, too, and we'll get them to do that quite urgently as well. So we'll get them to both do those 2 little things. Oh, look at that. What a mess. What a mess this is. Look at that. Brine, polluted water, and water. As well, we've rolled through a lot of that water, too. Interesting. Alright, so they're working hard, obviously, trying to get the conductive wiring in. I did get them to, I put it on a 9 so that they deal with that. And we do have new printables. Let's just see, is there anything oh, okay, you know what? Let me grab a little bit of coal. And going forward, we're probably going to want to start looking at these folks as well as we're going through. So, you know, Gene isn't a terrible option, but we're just going to move with, oh, well, yeah. Oh, no, we don't want a destructive. So we'll do that because we got things kind of balanced out. We have 4 beds, 4 dupes, but we have 5 of these, 5 mess tables with ample room for more. But we could put down another bed like here, for instance. We do also need to, I'm realizing we need to plan the private bedrooms. Maybe they go here. Whenever we rip this open, maybe that's where they live. Or I send them to live over here and I rip this all open. There are options. There are options. There's all this coal too that I should dig up as well. I guess they could run in there and grab it soon. But let's see, how are they doing? Dig that out. I got them to sweep all of the stinky water up. Not that it's really gonna be solving anything quite yet, but I am seeing I just need to do a little simple attachment here. There you go, folks. Beautiful. That's attached now. And then incubating. So that's going to be a little bit before they're ready. If I wanted to, I could set up wiring to all of them. And let me just get started on it. It's not... I'm not going to hook it up. I'm not going to label it as important either. I'm just going to wire them into the system. And then we might set up some automation because there's a good automation trick to have some of them run a little bit so that someone can go and give it a hug. That is on the mind as well. But we do need, what we do need too is more wiring all the way down into this area because we're going to have to put a pump in over here and pump up all of that beautiful, beautiful gas. Honestly, where's the, oh, it's not going to tell me where the electrical is, eh? Okay. Let me check on this. Where is your electrical? It's on the top right, top left. Yeah, I guess I could put it right here, and then that would solve some issues. Ventilation. Yeah, we can put it right there. Might end up with some water in here. There's certainly some hydrogen that I wouldn't want to deal with. What's that? That's bleach zone. Okay. Maybe I end up having 2, but one of them is hydrogen and one of them is other stuff. Namely, you know, polluted ocean is going to be one, and then there's going to be a little bit of extra chlorine that'll come through. Yeah, I'll probably need to do that. Let's see here. Also, another thing we've noticed is, you know, we're out of aluminum, but we're actually out of actual aluminum as well. So there's no aluminum ore right now that we can use anymore. So we're going to have to go into our iron supply for the time being, and that is unfortunate. But it is what it is, unless I go hunting for metals here. Oh, actually, wow, there is more aluminum around than I remembered. Huh. Maybe I should go digging a little bit here. I might just use the iron anyway, just because that's where I'm kind of at, and I can replace it afterwards if needed. Because you can see what there. See, so the fire pole made out of aluminum. The conductive wire, no, sorry. No, fire pole is aluminum. That's so strange. Fire pole copper now. Oh, so you can see the slight change there. The conductive wire is mostly aluminum. You see a few blips of iron throughout, but otherwise it's that color. Very odd that it didn't stay true, and you can see aluminum and copper in there as well, and there's aluminum again. So we did use a lot of aluminum. Iron is mostly being used for the buildings in there, which is fascinating. But anyway, I did pay a little bit of attention, but not a huge amount of attention to that sort of stuff. All right, so I'm kind of being met with a smidge of a predicament here, and it's unfortunate that I need to do this, but I do think that this is an important thing to do. We're gonna be getting hit by, perhaps, and we're gonna use mesh. Yeah, we're gonna do mesh tile here, and this was something I wasn't exactly anticipating. But if it happens, it happens. So we're gonna have to do this. It's shitty. I'm gonna store chlorine gas in here. So any chlorine, any other things that I get is gonna go. It's gonna go in here. But the problem is, if I do that and the stuff turns to liquid because it's too cold, then it will pour into the base and then it proceed to evaporate. So I'm trying to mitigate that. And how we're going to do that is, well, what I just did. We're going to put in some mesh tiles. I may dig underneath it so that it gets caught in here and remains in a liquid state. If I so desire, we can even put in a liquid reservoir as well to kind of hold them off. But for now, this is the solution I'm going to present you with. And I was going to put it in here, but I just wasn't really loving that I was going to fill up a gas reservoir in the middle of the base with chlorine. So we're not going to do that. Also give me more blueprints. Let's just take copper ore and figure out how we want to vent additional gas into here. Oh God. Oh no, the liquid it is flooded. It's decided that it's time to go. Damn, I think I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting everything to flood quite so badly. It is flooding literally horribly. I think we may actually need to set up a pump to deal with this liquid. The only thing I could think of doing though is, well, oh, you're it's picking up garbage water. Yeah, I guess we could hook it up into this liquid reservoir and send it down. Actually, let's just do that. I mean, it's shitty that I need to do it this way, but it is what it is. I'm going to just snip these because I'm not going to bother with them. I didn't think I was going to need to put up electrical ventilation and also a liquid pump, but it's just how things are going right now. This is going to keep flooding, so we might as well begin the process now. And it's gonna flood down there. It's gonna flood down there too. Okay, that's everything's fine. It's all good. We don't need to worry about a singular thing. It's not like I knew this was gonna happen. Also, what the fuck? What are you doing? That is tweaking. Hilarious. Okay. Losing its mind just like I am. So let's do this. Let's do this. I feel like this is gonna melt. So what we'll do, we're just gonna be proactive here. Let's be proactive. Honestly, screw it. Let's just be extra proactive. Delete this whole shebang here. I already know what's going on. I already know. Let's put this on a 9, and we'll put the pump down here. The electrical cabling should already be over here. Oh, there's a little bit of extra aluminum wiring. Okay, and where on the pump does the wiring go? I only have one pump, that's right. On the left side. Okay. So we will put this here, hook it up in there, and we're gonna just put a liquid pump in here. And it you know, in all honesty, this is not what I wanted to do. This is just, unfortunately, simply the reality of the situation now. Hello? Just a regular liquid pipe, yeah? Okay. All right, little dupies, we'll be back once they've sorted all of this out and once we've repaired the damage that we've caused, and I'm sure we'll all be happy about it. Okay, so we've got the printing pod. Just one sec. Let's see here. Is there anyone here that we want? Handy. Not bad. Not terrible. Interests you cooking, tidying, and oh, suit wearing. That ain't bad. That's really not bad. What else? Oh, okay. Requires light to sleep. We're not doing that. Luddite. Decrease machinery. I don't really need you to do machinery, to be honest. Let's get another dupe. I think we're there. I think we're at the stage where another dupe would be helpful. What we need, though, we'll just let them run around for a minute, is another bed. So they're not going to have their own bedroom. They're just going to have a random ass bed over here. There won't be a dorm either. Just simple. So we're at that stage where I think a fifth dupe is needed. So onwards and upwards. Here's another dupe. We will make bedrooms at some point. But I have been working and fiddling with this, and we've set it up here. So we added in an extra water reservoir, an extra liquid reservoir. I didn't really want to, but it was going to move too slowly, and quite frankly, this is a little disaster actually over here right now. So we've pretty well begun to use all of the liquid available there, but this isn't going to be an issue because we have 5 things of liquid, so 5 things of water that we can make good use of. We also have all of the water up here, so there is a bunch of salt water up top as well that we will begin to fiddle with soon. But we are moving on to this as our next thing, putting in this sort of reservoir-esque thing. I'm going to be ripping open some more stuff just so that we can pull the ladder out, pull the liquid out of here. Because it's going to flood anyway, so why not just flood it myself? I might as well just get that done. This is interesting. A little bit of a liquid lock going on there. And then, yeah, there's a lot of salt water. So I think this is what it meant by there being a saltwater ocean above me. Or surface anyway. So, yeah, this is what's going on. This is what's going on in the neighborhood. I am losing my shit. Basically at every passing moment is me going further and further into the abyss. Okay, we're gonna do this too, and I don't really want to put in a sorter, but we may be required to. It's fine. I will put you here, and we're gonna need a little one of these. Right there, perfect, beautiful. Good, there's more liquid rolling down because that's what we needed in life. Why would we need anything else? And I think it may be time for us to rip into here, but I really don't want stuff to flood. So, maybe we do too tall. Unfortunately, I'm going to be picking up a lot of polluted oxygen. Honestly, at this point, what can I say? Hydrogen. Give me hydrogen. That is now your output. You're not powered. Fair enough. I respect that. Thank you for telling me. There you go. Okay, let's hook that up. Also, we need to set ourselves up with you. Can also begin to do this now. I'm gonna put, say, 15 on, and someone will slowly start doing that task. Also, we can finally put a sage hatchling in here, so that's good. Now that I've unlocked one, we can make that happen. Right. And did they? Oh, look at that. They did more stuff. Now we're gonna just pretty well what I'm trying to do here is just stop liquid from flooding into here. That's the only thing that I want to avoid. It would just make life easier. I'd also actually, if I could, putting in a mechanical airlock to prevent over exertion here. That would be good. Do that in a second. That'll be fine. Let's do this. Let's get somebody to do this real quick. So that would just prevent, by putting this in, it prevents a little bit of the polluted oxygen from forcing its way in here and causing me some issues here. So that's all that is. Liquid is still kind of moving. Yeah, it's a slow process. What's the temperature of that? 30? What's the temperature of you? -5. Reasonable. Oh, this can't work. It doesn't operate anymore. Unfortunate, but you know, it's the price we pay for the work that we do, the type of effort we put in here. We got bleach stone there. That's actually really quite bad. Let me put that up there as well. Put you on a 9. We can open that up real quick. So we're going to mostly be dealing with bleach stone. So bleach and hydrogen in this room. That's the big thing that's going to be happening here. And there it is, already off gassing. Please store that. What can't you store? What's the issue? What's the thing that can't be stored? Bleach stone, storage unavailable. And let me guess. Bleach stone was put in here. Yeah, okay. And that makes perfect sense. Okie dokie. What do I do with you? Well. Yeah. I guess right down here. Sure, 9 that up, please. Somebody go do that. All right, so we're in the last stages here of getting this finally set up. So it's going to be hydrogen direct from here, into the gas reservoir. And then once it's in the gas reservoir, we're actually going to push it into here. So really, we're not cooling anything over here. Like actually, right at this present moment, we'll actually be accidentally cooling this water, which is not good. Let me insulate this pipe real quick, because I don't want that to freeze and break. So I'll put that on an 8. And there you go. There's the hydrogen moving in. We're going to have it go into here. Let's just make sure it functions. And the hydrogen goes right into there. So now the hydrogen is going to go and feed right into that system too. And we've also got this almost set up as well. So, you know, we didn't do quite all of it yet. And what we're going to do first is I'm going to snip some stuff around. There we go. So that one's going to be emptied out. This is still going to go across here. What I just simply don't want is it to cause me any issues here. So that's going to go down that way. Beautiful. And then I want you to go down that way. Perfect. And now I'm going to, once that's all out and done, we're now going to attach this all back together. I'm going to snip this one and snip this one, and then we're going to move it off to the side. So the oxygen was originally going in here, but now we're going to be taking that pipe over and putting the hydrogen in it and running the hydrogen down here instead. And actually, might be one. It's one of those instances where it's like, shit, which way do I do it? It's fine. We'll do it this way for now. I'll put that on a 9 so they get it done. That's a 5. I'll put that on a 9 so they get that done. That's still a 5. There we go. Okay, and then this as well. So they're going to do pretty well all of that. And what the plan is with that is any excess hydrogen that isn't needed for this will begin to flow down into here. I could fiddle around with it a little bit more. I could put it in another reservoir to make sure this is always full. Well, how do I want to do that? Do I want to do that now? So that I don't steal. I don't think this is ever going to need hydrogen, really and truly. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to be taking all this hydrogen out, we're pumping it into there, and we're going to start producing power out of the remainder. And you can see here as well, it has no additional fuel in it, no additional hydrogen. So really, all of this hydrogen that's about to be used, all of this hydrogen that's about to be created here, it's all going to be a very cold temperature. So hydrogen at 4 degrees. So it is coming from this area, which is very warm, but it's going to be, you know, cooling down because it's very close to this. And in all honesty, you could even go as far as putting in some utilities, such as the temp shift plate, to ensure that the heat dispersal changes very rapidly. So we could do thermally reactive, yeah. You could use granite, for instance. And I think what it would do is it would just kind of regulate all of this. So let's give it a go. Let's have them build this, actually. Just for fun, we'll see what happens if I build this out of granite. I think that that's how it functions. I don't know. Let's put it all on a 9, see what they do. For fun. For science. Okay. So we've built out all of the temp shift plates here. So I believe the idea between the temp shift plates is that it will help transfer temperatures between, you know, one spot and another spot. So it'll help regulate a little bit. We'll see what happens. It's not a huge deal. I'm not super duper fussed about it, but I'm just doing it for the sake of this and a little bit of an experiment. We might even pull it down a little bit, see if we can get the temperature to spread down farther or regulate however and whenever, you know, that sort of deal. Actually, that could be a little bit of a fun experiment, eh? Let's... Oh, suffocating. Hello. Okie dokie. Get out of there. Get out. Run. Run. Oh, God. Yeah, you know, it's just casually almost killing themselves. It is what it is. You may be wondering, what are we doing in here? This is actually what I was coming to tell you folks. So what we're doing is I'm working on eliminating all of the bleach stone. So we have a little bit of an issue with the fact that there is bleach stone everywhere in here. And I want to prevent chlorine gas, which is what's happening now. I want to prevent chlorine gas from offshooting as much as possible. And I want to be able to take as much from the hydrogen vent as possible. So I'm just sorting that out, and we're gonna just hook the power back up because we had to tweak it so that it, you know, stopped doing stupid shit, because it was just running. So the next step in here is really ripping open all of this, taking all of it out so that we don't have it off gassing like it is. So it's currently filling up the room with chlorine, whereas we would just want it filled up with hydrogen. So this is highly inconvenient for us. I may eventually turn the whole room into a vacuum in order to get it all out. So we might turn it into vacuum, get it all out, and store it all, which is not what I want to do, but it's more of a need at some point. And for venting, I do need to put in a vent here. So we'll put in a vent and then we'll have it locked right away, so we're not going to have to deal with anything dumb. The other thing is I haven't taken any of this out. So it's still here. Everything's fine thus far. We may actually, you know what? Let's take a bunch of it actually and run it through, because it doesn't really need anything there. So we'll see what this does as well to the temperature in the base, because there is this whole thing is very warm. So this would additionally regulate further temperature and reduce the temp in here, because we don't actually have this whole thing locked off. So that is another thing. So we'll see, you know, hydrogen is moving from there. It is anything extra, apart from that one little blip, is just heading down. And, you know, I could put in a bunch of piping here to make sure this always has some. I'm lazy. We're not going to do that right now. If it ends up being a problem, that's when we'll deal with it. Oh, there's a problem. Yeah, fair enough. Time to hook you in, little friend. There we go. And this is going to help us produce more power, maintain a stronger power system to continue to avoid using coal. So, you know, we didn't have any extra hydrogen. Now we do, which is excellent. The SPOM is working lovely. I'm very pleased with it so far. We're not using it to the... How's there sweet leg in there? we're not currently using it to the highest degree, you know, like if we had more dupes, it would probably be running more, but we'll see what happens. Also, this temperature should be reducing now, which in turn would kind of perhaps spread temperature through the mechanized airlock and all that. It's a very long-winded system. We'll see what happens with it. Temperature of it is 6 degrees. It's leaving here at, what, say, I don't even know, whatever that is, 1-ish, between 1 and 5, getting there, and it's at 15, 16. So we'll see what happens there. We'll hopefully have a little bit of improvement. I would also like to access these rooms too, just so things are clean. What the fuck? Why is there oil in here? How does that make any sense? Wall, sandstone, granite. That one I don't get. Alrighty, so I did just lose a little bit of recording. The software likes to just record black screens sometimes. It happens to the best of us at the worst of times. But pretty well what happened. I'm not going to reload and redo it. I'll just show you what we were up to. I did assign a few more skills to folks, just kind of, you know, fix a few things up. Lyra, I actually give her something else too while we're here. Devon, we increased the ranching there, so there's going to be a little bit easier farming for us. I did some more research for bubbles. Mima, I think we went down, I think that was already done. So I don't remember what I did. It was either pyrokinetics or super hard digging. I did something with everybody. And Max is doing some better grilling. So that's what we did here. And then we found one of these. So we've got a cool slush geyser, which is great, but it's spewing polluted water instead of brine. But it doesn't really matter because what we'll do is we'll just knock it down into here. We'll use the same pump and we'll just continue on the way that we've been going. So it's all set up. We're still going to use the same pump, so it's really just going to add extra water to the system, even though we don't really need extra water, especially after flooding and melting everything up here, but it's not really needed. Another thing is this is a vacuum, so we did fix this up now, so there's no chlorine or anything in here, which is great. And the chlorine that I had even accidentally dumped into here turned into liquid over here because it was too cold. So chlorine can't even sneak into the base from up here. So that's great. And then what else did we do? We got the 2 glossy drecklets. So they're here now. I'm really excited about that because that means we're going to be getting plastic soon, which unlocks a whole bunch of other stuff for us to build. So steam turbines, aqua tuners, that sort of stuff is going to be open for usage soon because those 2 should be able to produce enough for us, I think, for a while. And yeah, I mean, that was pretty well it summarizing the last bit of the episode. I do hope you folks did enjoy. I'm sorry if it's if this one's a little bit shorter because of the loss of time there, but we'll see when I'm editing it what I could do. But if you did enjoy, do let me know down below. If you're liking the series, let me know as well, and leave any tips, hints, or suggestions too. You know I need them, you know I love them. And as always, thank you for stopping by. Happy you did, and I'll see you next time.